name is Chantal Jenkins, and I will be presenting my leadership project for my graduate class, which is the Student-Centered Curriculum and Instruction. The title of my presentation is Implementing a SCC, which stands for Student-Centered Classroom. Student-centered teaching shifts the focus from the teacher to the student. First of all, I want to start with discussing what is a student-centered classroom. In an SCC, the focus of instruction is shifted from the teacher to the students with the end goal of developing students who are autonomous and independent. It focuses on students learning rather than the teacher teaching. The responsibility of learning is placed in the hands of the students. Benefits of an SCC. It teaches students to have problem-solving skills, such as evaluating a problem and thinking of the best solutions. Then they implement a plan to solve. It produces critical thinkers. Students learn to make real-world connections to what they are learning. It also has collaborative learning, which is where a group of students work together to solve a problem, complete a task, or create a product, and students also learn to work independently. What a student-centered classroom looks like. A student-centered classroom is very big on collaboration, where students are constantly working together and learning how to communicate and build up those communication skills. Desks are arranged in a way so that students can easily collaborate, and sometimes they may be arranged in groups of 2 or groups of 4. In a student-centered classroom, it allows student choice, and this can mean providing project, classroom, and homework assignment options. It includes individual self-paced assignments, which all students do not work at the same speed, so allowing students to maneuver at a rate that best fits their learning styles and needs can be seen in a student-centered classroom. You can also see service learning projects, independent learners, and differentiation of assignments or projects. What SCC looks like in my environment and classroom right now. Technology is integrated daily. I use my Promethean board. I have 3 computers in my classroom where my students are able to rotate using those computers. Students complete group assignments. Students get the opportunity to turn and talk to pre-established partners about skills or strategies that we are learning daily. And I also have differentiated instruction. What I've been inspired to change in my classroom after learning about some of the things that I see with an SCC. I've been inspired to change some of my traditional methods of teaching, where I can allow students to have some choice of topics so that they are more interested. I can allow the opportunity for students to evaluate their own learning. Homework methods. At this time, students have specific assignments, but I can't see myself completely eliminating homework in 2nd grade, so I'm thinking that maybe I can offer choice homework. I've also been inspired to change classwork assignments, assessments, and worksheets. I can do away with worksheets and try to make assignments more authentic to the learners. I can provide different ways to give feedback to my students. I could give letter grades or number grades as well as verbal feedback where it is needed. Teach the role way. I can introduce some of the role methods to my students, but I can't give up all control completely, even though this method is more about the students and less about the teacher. And I can also see myself using the UDL lesson plans, which are the Universal Design for Learning. Areas for growth in my school. Collaborative learning amongst the students, getting students to work independently and making them more responsible for their own learning. Instruction can allow a broader range of learning preferences. What can be done and why? Teachers can turn into facilitators and coaches. The teacher should remain as the facilitator and coach by putting the structure in place and make sure it is maintained by students as they maneuver. Push students to apply knowledge, which means guiding students shouldn't stop, but the students should drive the process of learning and apply it to new settings and situations. Give teachers the resources and support that they need. Schools that are interested in implementing student-centered approaches should provide meaningful professional development opportunities, workshops, and mentoring on the subject. Get families on board. Parents need to know what to expect in a student-centered classroom so that they know how to help their child at home to be successful. My contributions in my educational background for what I've learned about the student-centered classroom and the universal design for learning. In student-centered classrooms, they are built on autonomy and the elimination of traditional teaching practices. The student-centered classroom operates on collaboration, project-based learning, technology integration, and plenty of conversation between students and teachers about learning. The students do most of the work while the teacher is the facilitator. Student-centered classroom lessons are different from traditional classroom lessons because in student-centered classroom lessons, students and teachers share the focus while group work is highly encouraged. With traditional classroom lessons, students put all of their focus on the teacher and collaboration slash group work is discouraged. What I've learned about universal design for learning is that it is an educational framework that guides the development of flexible learning environments that can accommodate individual learning differences. It also includes recognizing the way that different individuals learn and how unique each individual really is. The universal design for learning is an approach to teaching that aims to give all students equal opportunities to succeed no matter how they learn. While some teachers in traditional schools may use universal design for learning principles and practices on their own, traditional and universal design for learning approaches to education are very different. The UDL lesson plans and traditional lesson plans are very different as well. In a traditional class, a lesson may be where the primary focus is on teaching the subject matter students need to learn. Lessons are designed and taught with a typical student in mind. The teacher teaches in one way for the whole class, and all students are expected to learn in that way. In a universal design for learning class, a lesson may be where the primary focus is on finding ways to teach the material to the many types of learners in a classroom. Teachers plan lessons to address a wide range of needs and strengths. There's no typical student because each student learns differently. In conclusion, student-centered learning represents an important, fundamental, different, and exciting shift in education. Students have freedom to learn in the classroom without restriction. Students can collaborate on their learning while becoming critical thinkers and real-world problem solvers. And that concludes my leadership project for implementing a student-centered classroom.